Hey guys, well, I'm rolling down to one of my great buddies' property. I've been there a few times with a few videos. You might recognize the place. We've done a couple of winter camping setups here. I'm bringing my paddleboard. I'm so excited to get out. I got the start of my paddleboard fishing setup. I want to try that out. And this little lake, I can't say where it is. I don't want to disclose that location, but it is a honey hole as far as I'm concerned, because I never catch anything. So I've been here a couple times and I always catch something. To me, that's a honey hole. But anyways, we're going to try to catch something, maybe have it for dinner. In some of our previous videos, you would have seen the Christian camp cookhouse. It's an abandoned Christian camp back in the 80s and 90s. This cookhouse is still, I think, functioning. We've never fired it up. Lang's never fired it up. He owns the property. Wicked dude, and one of my best friends. Like, my life is so much better after meeting Lang. We've been friends for well over 20 years, and you know, you can just sit there and crack a beer and listen to Lang talk, and you're going to absorb so many life lessons. And great to have people like that in your life. You want to have people like that in your life. If it's somebody negative you're listening to, or they're complaining all the time, just, you know, finish your beer, be polite, walk away, and go find yourself a Lang, because they're out there. And yeah, life's pretty sweet having great friends and family. So, well, anyways, we're gonna get down there. We're gonna do some fishing. The weather couldn't be better. It's a little bit hot right now, but I'm sure it'll cool down. Gonna be staying in the Panda Air Large inflatable tent for the night. I get it all to myself. Jordan and Charlie are down in the States at an adventure park having a blast. So I got this tent to myself. Hopefully you don't stop watching right now because you like Jordan and Charlie better than me. No, just kidding. I'm gonna miss them. We do all our camping together, but yeah, I'm gonna get down, get set up, hit the water, and try to catch some fish, and we'll see you there. All right, so if you haven't seen this tent before, and this is the first time seeing it, this is an inflatable tent by Rbm. That's Russian Bear Market. This is their Panda Air Large 3-season. They technically say that this tent won't go beyond a 0°C threshold. I'm not sure. This is their new version, and there is a rain fly. We've not needed it yet, but on the inside of that rain fly is a thermal material, I think, to retain the heat in the tent. So maybe this tent can go beyond that. I'm gonna actually, I did email them a couple things. I didn't hear back, so but I'm gonna try to reach out before the fall hits and know maybe this can go a little bit beyond that 0°, because it's an awesome tent with the wood stove in there. Man, it's incredible. But even for summertime, we've been out with some family camping, and everyone just loves this tent. It's so roomy, so easy to set up. That brings me to this. This is the air pump. Someone in the comments before said, why, you know, of all the things you guys have, why don't you get an air pump to pump that up? We did try it with the Ryobi pump, and it was way slower. I don't know why, but maybe someone knows, but the actual volume of air that comes out of this pump pumps this up way quicker. Yeah, will I get sweaty right now? I'm about to. Should I take my shirt off? Maybe. I'm not going to. But yeah, you'll see this will pump up pretty quick. It's very easy, and you can't mess it up. It's about 6 psi. Max is, it says 8 psi, but about 6 psi is perfect for this tent. So it's not like a paddleboard. You're going to see that also. We're going to blow up the paddleboard, and that is very hard. If any of you guys own a paddleboard, you know manually pumping a paddleboard up is hard. It's a workout. Great. Well, this is Lang. Lang owns this property. My awesome friend. Perfect timing. Pretty hot.
What's going on? All the horse flies.
A lot of horse flies. Cheers, brother. Yeah. All right, well, this is Lang. Lang, you've heard lots about. He owns this property. Beautiful place. He'll tell you maybe a little bit more later on, but I'm going to take a break and he's going to pump this up.
Cut to that pump up the jam.
Yeah.
Pump up the jam.
Pump it up. Pump it. This is sweet. Like, look at that.
That's. Oh, sorry.
So to open these up, this bottom one is a zipper you got to do from the outside. You don't have to do this one, but you have to do this one from the outside. That stops it from moderate rain. Without using the rain cover, this will stop all the rain from coming in the tent. But you have to do it from the outside. All right, well, that's it. That's the Panda Air Large set up very quickly. Not hard to do. I haven't anchored it down and it's not moving anywhere. There is a bit of a breeze now. You'll see that this tent doesn't move. This is the inside. Opened up all the bottom doors. The other end's opened up. This end opened up. It will still get hot in here. Remember, there's no windows on this upper top, because this is where the stove jack comes out of. But yeah, I love this tent. Right, so I brought my paddleboard. I'm gonna have a few things. My Yeti bucket, I'm gonna show you set up on there. I didn't bring the Yeti cooler, which usually I also put on there. But you will see the rod holder, and we're just gonna go out and try to catch some fish. It should be pretty fun. But it's so hot out right now. Who would want to pump up a paddleboard manually? Not me. This is a Ryobi pump. You can buy them anywhere. Is it a high pressure pump for a paddleboard? No. Like the ones you'll see that you get at Costco or whatever, they'll pump it up in about 9 minutes, 10 minutes. That's a high pressure end pump. This will do the same thing. It just takes maybe 25 minutes, and maybe I can find something else to do in that 25 minutes. So I'm gonna hook this up, pump up the board. I'm not pumping up in this heat. It's hot out. I think it's probably close to 40 degrees with the humidex here. That's Celsius in Canada. It's pretty gross out. So we're gonna get this going, then we're gonna wait for the temperature to kind of drop down a bit, and then later we're gonna go out and slam some fish. Right, so once you use the high flow valve, which is what you'd use to pump up your air mattress, and the board gets up to this, it's not pumped up, but most of that air volume is filled. Then switch her on over to your high pressure line. Just clip her in. Set the PSI 15. That might take a good 20 to 30 minutes to get up to 15 PSI, but you can go do anything else you're going to do in your tent. Do what you would do. Maybe crack a beer. That's a good time. It's pretty hot out. All right, well, this is Windbound Pilsner by Jim Baird. Jordan, myself, Charlie, we got to meet Jim, Tori, Wesley, and Hudson at Muskoka Breweries, and they were like so down to earth, right? I was there for 5 minutes and Jim and I were having a beer together. So we got I bought these and had a beer with Jim, and I only know of Jim Baird because of Lang. He was following him, and he got me onto him, and then I was hooked and watching that. So really awesome to meet him in person, and thought I'd bring it down to Lang. I've had this since we met Jim Baird, sitting there, and I thought this would be a good opportunity.
For a cheers to old Jimmy Baird, eh?
Yep.
JB
Cheers,
Brewery.
Jim. Actually, it was a great beer. It actually has, Jim was showing me, it's got like a naturally smoked flavor to it to replicate being at the campfire. It's pretty tasty. And it's 40 degrees out, so even if it was terrible, it would be fantastic.
Wet your whistle.
Yeah,
eh?
wet your whistle.
If you fall in though, I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, I'm gonna fall in. First fish that I get on that paddleboard.
Going for a flip.
These little skinny legs, they're good for running. They're not good for support.
The old getaway sticks,
The
eh?
old getaway sticks. You know?
Finish the beers up.
One beer. That's how long it took to pump this up with this instead of manually. 15 psi. Ready to go. All right.
Ryobi's good for something, eh?
Ryobi's good for something. Build your house, redo your roof. You know, all professional contractors should buy Ryobi, I think. Save some money. Keep the money in your bank, and
They better sponsor you for that one, eh?
yeah, they should. Yeah, they should. Yeah, Ryobi. If you want to reach out to us, you go right ahead. Because technically, all jokes aside, I'm actually going to buy the Ryobi fan for that inflatable tent, because Jordan's brother had one when we were out, and I borrowed it for like an hour, and it moved air through that tent. Actually, so yeah, sorry. Ryobi does have me, but I'm not a builder. Lang is a builder. He would put this on the fire tonight, or well, no, maybe he would use that to like perk up the fire, right? Would you? Yeah, that's about what it's good for.
Yeah.
All right, so it's hot as hell out. We are gonna go out fishing. You can see, you won't be able to see it on the camera, but there's like some pretty good fish already hopping out there. I think it's gonna be a good fishing night. Lang would know, this is his property.
Yeah,
he fishes here every day.
On a night like tonight, it's gonna calm right down the top water actions. You know, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but if things calm down the way that they should, we'll have a really good night with top water fishing, and hopefully get some blow ups on the surface. And
so explain what top water, because like I told you earlier, I put a worm on a hook. That's how I fish. So what would you say is a top water?
Top water is basically you just want to try to you want to simulate a frog or something of that nature, something that's going to cause a disturbance on the surface of the water, and that's going to intrigue the bass to just come up and hammer it, you know. So you'll be fishing hula poppers, jitterbugs, maybe some buzz baits on top of the surface, and see if we can intrigue those bass to come up and hammer it out there, right? So
yeah, not well, you can hear Lang talking. That's a bullfrog right in there. Yeah. He's so, man, I'm pretty excited to get out fishing here. This is like, and do I want to fall off this paddleboard out there? I don't know. It's pretty it's pretty like still water out there. I'll probably get like a skin infection.
E. coli.
Who knows? Half my beard just disappears. Maybe I regrow hair.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, I'll be swimming here every week. But no.
I'll have the whole hair club for men out here.
Yeah. No, my luck is like all of a sudden my back is just like a chia pet. But no. All right. We're going to wait for the heat to die down a bit. It's still pretty hot. Yeah. You know, it's peak summertime, sunset. So we got a couple hours. I think we're going to come back in about an hour, hour and a half. It's going to give me time to get this tent set up a little bit more for the night. Lang's going to come back down. You're going to meet, is Kaz coming out?
We'll see what he's saying.
See what he's saying.
See what the old boy's saying.
See what the old boy's saying. But I don't see him not coming out with us. But hopefully you get to meet Kaz. Bring him on out fishing. I'm going to be out on the board. Lang's going to go out in the old John boat and see what we can catch. So we'll see you back here in an hour. Cheers. This beer sucks. Just kidding, Jim. Just kidding. One of the other things I wanted to just bring up and show you, and this isn't a sponsored product, they didn't send it out to us, we've never dealt with them, but we have the Goal 150 power station. We bought that years ago. It's the only thing we have. It's the only thing that powers anything that we have, and it lasts pretty amazing for just charging your phones or camera batteries, those kinds of things. But we can't recharge it. Once it's depleted, it's done, unless you're somewhere camping and they got somewhere to plug that in. We could plug it into the truck and run the truck, but it'll burn more fuel than that was worth. But we ordered this on Amazon. This is the Renogy 100-watt solar panel. We had it out on our last camp, and you can plug your phone in directly to the panel, and it charges your phone quicker than the Goal 150. Like the Goal 150 was at least 30% slower charging than this panel direct to the phone. I couldn't believe that. So there's a couple of USB ports built into it. You can plug in your phones, and then there's the adapter cord you can buy, and it actually plugs right into the power station. We had to learn that the hard way. We got camping and didn't have that, so we ordered that. It was only like 15 bucks on Amazon. So this panel, I'll show you, opens up. It's got legs on the back, and then this opens up. This is where all the cables are, just in case, because I was trying to Google it and it's hard to see. So these are all the cables. This is the aftermarket cable, plugs right into the Yeti power station, or I'm not sure other ones. It's the only one we have, so I can't say for sure. And then you got USB ports. So this was $140 Canadian on Amazon, and was at our house the next day. Like, I don't think you can beat that. Goal Zero's solar panels is like 3 times the price. No way, I'm not spending that much money. If they want to send us something, we'd be happy to use it, but I don't think they will. But 150 bucks, this thing's at your house the next day, and you can keep yourself powered up out in the outdoors in remote places. Yeah, does it look big? But it's very durable, very flat. You can tuck this anywhere. Come on. I don't think it gets better than that. So anyways, that's the company. Check them out. I think worth every penny. All right, so this is the King Camp armchair. Like, come on, it doesn't get better than that. Oh. So it's already cooling down already. Like, within the time I started just blowing this up, I could tell the temperature's getting a little bit cooler out. Very comfortable, and just, it doesn't get better than this. Like, look at that view. Look at the lily pads. Perfect time to just not talk, sit back, have a bit of a beer, and enjoy. Pretty soon, it'll be winter. Leaves are turning color, falling. I love winter. Not everyone does. But if you love the summer and you want to get out on the water, don't wait. Just get out. Like, I drove down here. I'm so busy, so much to do. The tent set up so quick. I got the paddleboard ready to go out. And, like, just do it. Get outside. There's nothing more therapeutic than getting out with the wilderness. Like, hear that? That's a bullfrog right beside me somewhere. Like, it doesn't get better than that. So, and it's only going to get better tonight. Like, the sun's going to go down, we're going to catch some fish, but tomorrow morning I'm going to make coffee, come out really early out here and see what's going on. Hear that? That's coming right from in this weed bed right here. Oh, they're over there. Oh man, they're all coming out. They're like, oh yeah, we love your YouTube channel. We subscribed. Yeah. Thanks, guys. All right, well, I'm waiting for Lang to come down, and we're gonna go do some fishing. Pretty excited. Really excited to be here. All right, we're all set up. Got the old Yeti bucket on, the old Treadline 3D rod holder. All right, let's get on. We're in the weed beds. It's gonna be beaut. We're not going anywhere. Those are some intense lily pads. This is what I love about paddle boards. Like right away you're just sitting on top and can see what you'd be fishing for, or like the depths. It's pretty cool. How's my man's ear look?
Oh, you look wonderful.
Oh. Nipple show.
Side boob.
Side boob. All right, Lang's got a fish on. In the time that I snagged a lily, let's go and check it out.
Just a little guy.
Well, still.
Nice little specimen.
Nice.
Probably about a 1-year-old. We get a lot of those in here. Super aggressive.
I'm gonna turn around. Okay, I'm coming. Hold on. In the time I got my lure out of the weeds, he's already caught 2 fish. All right, pull her out. Hold on, let me get closer. Oh yeah. Hold on.
Shit, lost my net.
Nice.
Not bad, eh?
What'd you say that is? Oh, look at that. Largemouth bass.
Damage. It's a good one. Let him go. There he goes.
There he goes. Maybe he'll.
Steve got one on the hula popper there. Right after I just got one. Almost got a double header there. Nice.
And action.
So yes, when this served as a church camp back in the day, they would use that outdoor oven just as a place to, you know, have little cookouts for the kids, teach the kids about cooking, and I personally have never fired it up. I get too busy and I keep wanting to. I just haven't had a chance to yet. And I think it would be really neat for you and I to do it, because I've never done it, and I don't think that stove has been lit in probably at least 20 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say like mid 80s, maybe early 90s kind of thing. You think?
Exactly. Yeah, it would have been probably late 80s that the last time that got lit up, and so it'd be pretty interesting to see what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Probably gonna.
Whoa, fish on!
Oh, fish on!
Oh, it's a monster too.
Is this
the one that's getting cooked up? Oh my God, it's a tank.
Well, I gotta stay on the camera, but
In the bag, buddy.
in the bag. Bring it over to this
Done.
side. Yeah.
Let me show you this
We
one.
could have tried to make like a cinematography action-packed scene all day, and that wouldn't have happened.
I know, eh?
Like,
oh wow, just right in the side of the mouth. Look at that guy. Boom.
there we go. Nice.
I think that's a good breeder though. We're gonna let that one go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let that one go. Better to, if we're gonna be eating a fish, I think better to have something in that like 1 or 2 year old range, you know, something like 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. Especially in the heat of the summer, it's fishing out of a small lake like this. You wanna try to stay away from the old fish. Might end up tasting a little bit like mud. There he is. Fish on. That'd be a keeper right there, Steve, if you want to do it. What do you think?
Hold them up. What do you think? That's actually a pretty good looking fish, eh?
Yeah, not bad. Put them in the live well?
It's up to you,
Yeah,
however
we'll
you
put them in the
feel.
live well, and then if we decide not to, we can let them go, right?
For sure. Alright, so if no one knows what a live well is, which, you know, I think a lot of people that fish just assume everyone knows, but so how do you get the water in there? You just
So this John boat's pretty cool. This serves as a seat, and then when you flip it up, you just pull the plug out that's right to the bottom of the boat, let the water in, and then when there's enough water in there for the fish to sit upright, like he's just about there now, you just put the plug back in, and if you decide to keep him, he's alive, and then keeps him fresh. And then if you decide not to keep them and you get back to the boat launch, you can release them and away they go.
All right, well, I'm about to wrap it up and head to bed. I just wanted to show you. This is the double King Camp Oak PO bed system with their air mattress. It's so good, so comfy. Over here we got the table, 4-watt lamp. It's very comfy. King Camp armchair. Over here, King Camp sofa. Pretty dewy in here, you can't really tell. But alright, well, I'm sure while I'm talking you're gonna hear these bullfrogs. Must be like a big male and a female. Sounds like they're like mating or something. That's a female. There's the male. Hear that? So I'll be listening to that all night, which I think is awesome. Like, that's what I'd like to camp for. Excellent day out fishing with Lang. That was really great. It was so great to get out with Lang and get out on the water, get the paddleboard out. Lang caught obviously way more fish than me because he fishes. That's what he does. I caught 2 good fish. I was pretty happy with that. I didn't get skunked. GoPro died in the end as I caught one really good one on the board. I would have liked to have caught that, but the GoPro was dead. And right now I'm just up late because I'm waiting to hear from Jordan. She was in the US and I have no signal, so I only know a little tidbit, but somebody tried to shoot Donald Trump or something, and she's down there with Charlie, and I'm just hoping that they're back. So I'm not going to go to bed till I know that they are back. I'm waiting to hear from them. All right, well, I'm going to stay up until I hear from Jordan. And I'll see you guys in the morning. We didn't get a chance to fire up that outdoor cook station, the cookhouse. We're going to do that in the morning and make some coffee on there. We let that last fish go. Lang put the fish in the live well, but in the end of the night, we decided it was a bit too small, and we're just going to let it go. So that we're going to get that fire going tomorrow morning, make some coffee on there, and make sure that that thing even works before wasting the fish. So yeah, oh yeah, man, these jube jubes are good. So good night. I'll see you in the morning. I'm going to try to get up really early and go out and do a little bit of fishing on the paddleboard and then packing up this site. So thanks so much for watching. If you got this far, so happy to have you out here getting out fishing on the water and out in the Rbm Panda Air Large tent. It's like, oh man, I'm going to sleep like a baby. That whole air mattress to myself. Doesn't happen often. Fish on. Nice. 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 Another nice little morning. Largy. Alright, well I'm waiting for Lang. I think it's about 7:30. Caught a couple of fish. That was pretty exciting. Usually I catch nothing, so that was way more than I was hoping for. It's actually pretty damp out this morning, so this fire is actually making it nice around here. It's actually what I needed. I don't remember the last time I was somewhere and didn't have fire. That's all I need, just a little bit of room to get that on. I got up early to go fishing, and normally I would have just made some coffee quick and brought coffee out on the water, and I just wanted to get out there. And it's been like 2 hours and I need coffee. I can't wait any longer. It's starting to really get to me. Can't be sitting here looking out at this beautiful lake without a coffee. So at this, just raging now. This beautiful sugar maple. I processed all this stuff. It's been stored just for the firebox. I noticed I haven't been using it a lot this way. I use the spirit burner with the alcohol. It's so quick and convenient. You don't have to find wood to get a fire going to boil some water, but to get the actual fire going, oh, man, I miss it. Just look at that. Oh man, it's like it's only been on it's been on there for like no time and it's already boiling. That's awesome. That's sugar maple, high BTU, excellent wood. I think that's going to be a wrap on this video. Jordan and Charlie got back really late from crossing the border from the US last night. It was pretty crazy down there. So I'm going to pack up a little earlier today and head home to see them. And yeah, paddleboarding, fishing off the paddleboard is my favorite. Man, it's really like I have boats, we go fishing in a boat, but just paddling and then casting off the board, and I thought maybe it would be a little more rocky landing a fish, but it was fine. I mean, I didn't catch anything big, but we'll see. So any comments on the fishing paddleboarding setup, please make a comment. I'd love to know what you think of it, or something you do or you have that might make it even better. I'd love to, because it's my new favorite thing. Oh, there's the old bullfrog. But I want to give a big thanks out to Lang for always letting me come down here. This is his private place, and he lets me film down here. That's so gratefully appreciated, and it was such a good time to be out with Lang. He fishes with some really famous fishermen, and he's so humble about it. He teaches me little things. Do I learn? I don't know. I doubt it, but he did say my casting was getting better. I'll take that. But so yeah, all right, I'm going to put a link for the Panda Air Large tent by RBM. That tent is awesome. There'll be a link in the description for that tent. And yeah, see you on the next one, and thanks so much for watching. Cheers. This is the outdoor oven house. There's actually a cabin in the back. If you check out our Locomotive 3 video, with that, at the end of that video, I see a little walkthrough. We're not going to go through the cabin today, but we are going to fire up this. There's Kaz. You get to see Kaz fishing. Here he is. You saying hi? Oh, that's sweet. So we're gonna get some wood, throw it in here. This thing has never been fired since Lang has owned this property, so he's gonna rip down, and we're gonna get this. We didn't have time after going fishing or in the morning to do it, so I returned down because I promised through the video we're gonna fire it up. So I drove back down, and we're gonna get that fired up. I was thinking about it. You know, the timing didn't work out, so we're gonna get that fired up. Hey boy. Just build it up down below, like right close to that brick wall, you would say? Or?
Yep, yeah, it would just, that way the heat's going to pass right up through, and then we'll throw a couple logs up on the grate there, and I think we should be good to go.
I haven't needed a thermostat or a thermometer, I should say, all summer because it's hot. Nobody checks the temperature. But man, we should have brought one so you could be like, it's already 40 degrees Celsius in here until we get a fire going.
Yeah, it'd be like we could have a sweat seance in here.
I'd prefer not to. But. All right.
Fire in the hole. You got some fat wood on that?
No, just birch. Just birch bark and some little ash tinder there.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Out comes a raccoon. Probably in there, and he's like, what the? Alright, well that is hot. Like, oh, look at that. Yeah, that's cool. So this is what Lang's talking about. Like, this comes to this whole other end. This has got like your, to clean out all the ash here. It's like, I don't know what this opens for though. It's so cool. Anyone in the comments that knows anything about this or what your thoughts are, like, so far that's working good, but we'd like to imagine how hot it would be in there with this all ramped up with coals too. That room got pretty hot. I know it's summer, but pretty cool. And then, yeah, this is the oven area. So that heats up, I don't know, maybe, and then there's a cooktop here. And then I don't know what this was for. This is what I was saying was like, what would that be for? Just stone, but maybe that heats up and that's the warming. Like to put pots in there that's cooked already and they just, oh man.
She's rocking now.
Oh, look at that. Like, it took a bit to get some of the airflow in there. We were like, it's difficult to get that fire to stay in, and now it's just, you could feel the air actually moving in here from the heat. I can feel it, but before it was there's not even a bit of a breeze out. It's pretty stagnant.
Dead calm today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the idea is when that burns down, you can shovel those coals forward, and then there's a griddle on the other side, and then it's the heat from the coals on the other side that heats the griddle. Yeah. And there's what would you call that? Like an oven, I guess? An oven on the one side?
Yeah, it looks like it's a definite oven, and then there's like a warming zone, it looks like, and the door on the other side won't stay shut, but we'll fix that. And imagine this place with like 30 centimeters of snow, like a blizzard out, and you got a fire like this in here with a couple of chairs and some bevies. Oh man, this is like, everyone's gonna want to hang out here.
It's like a clubhouse.
Yeah,
it's like a little clubhouse.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. All right, well, that's a wrap on this video. I'm glad I got to come back down and get this fired up because that was, oh man, this is like a long time coming. We've been
finally
trying to get it. It's like, we're always so busy. Lang is so busy, so it was great for him to make some time. And look at this thing. It's just roaring. This is nice. It's like a full-on fireplace. This is awesome. But thanks so much for watching again, and we'll see you on the next one. Cool. All right, let's get out of here. It's boiling.